Alright, y'all. Time for the moment of truth here. Okay, let's take time to go get a loader or gator or something to push this thing up in here. Now, well, I'm trying to drag her out. Well, definitely less than ideal situation, but I did get it off the other truck. I now remember why I took both by these things. Is that actually still sort of the best? Sheesh. Well, I guess we'll call that a win. But now I'm in a little bit of a predicament because I need this up a little more. I may have to get some sawhorses or something under this thing, let it down enough that it can level up a little bit. So see if we can get him off the back of this brake. Yeah. Well. There we go. Now we got the angle to the dangle. Unfortunately, that needs to be straight to the angle. Well, we need a lot more height in this front. Yeah, I see. We're not even. Nothing there. Well. This is probably the dumbest way to do this, but we're going to try to bring it back down. It's actually kind of working. balancing act here. We'll roll the frame back a little, step him. So, real quick, show y'all my braking system here. So I did mention this, I think. So my e-brake cable I hooked back up, so I do have some brake. So now we're going to roll him back a little bit until we touch the other cab. And I'll set my brake. Now we're going to just try and walk him up here. Alright. If I can get this one just a little bit. Now comes the tricky part, because when we start down the ramp, the truck's going to want to go. So I better hope my e-brake trick works good. We're going to not release it fully. There we go. This is the crazy shit. Whew. Usually I use a loader or something. Okay, we'll just keep walking. Keep on walking. Okay, it stopped on its own that time. This may be a major fail. Because I don't know if we're going to get high enough to get him up on here or not. Maybe I can at least get it up on the back of the frame where I can resituate. of the frame, if I can get it blocked up enough for where it'll roll. I don't know what I'm going to do with it then, but at least I can get it out of this predicament. So I guess I'm going to have to find some blocks or wood. Different kind of lift kit. Okay, this is going to seem a little backwards. But I got some blocks in the front and sitting down on the back. But what we're going to do now is take our screw jacks and put back in the leaf springs to lift the frame enough to pick the body up off the tires. Now it's going to roll, and I can roll it on out of the door if I have to, because right now I'm not quite sure what to do. Okay, attempt number 2 is setting this cab on. Yeah. Not half a inch.
believe it's sitting on the mount. Well, she's sitting on there.
It's on there. That looks a whole lot better.
It's on there.
That rear cab job just wasn't hitting on much. Now I'm thinking, well, I've still got everything loose. I may cut this front end off and swap it out. Use that one, or I got another one over there that's straight, but it's got a little bit of rust in it. This one's not terrible, but
This ain't too bad.
it's got a little here, and then it's got some over there. But the worst is that front corner around that mount. See the front of it, and then I mean, it's all right.
That was easier than I was expecting. We may have caught a line or two somewhere.
Yeah. But at least now the cab's on it, and I can set a hood back on it.
Yep.
Instead of having it covered with a drain pan. Just a little bit. But anyways, I'll set my hood back on him. Come back to him. Work on him again on later. First thing I'll be hooking up will be the steering. Push that hood hinge down. Work on him a little bit.
Yeah, needs a little spray on. They're bad about sticking.
Okay. Well, that's got him on there. It'll be a little bit more work to get him back to running, but that was the hard part. Okay, so yesterday we got cab on, and today we're going to try to get him put together to where I can actually make it run again. So we're going to start with the steering column. Alright, so as I said, we had our brake ran out the front because we rolled it down the hill, as y'all saw, with this handbrake. So now we need to get this back loose so it can go back in its proper position. And to do that, we need our little vice grips. So I did kind of explain this before, but now I can actually show you all the process with this out from under the dash much easier. I couldn't really show you before. So you want to pull your brake out to get some slack in the cable. And then take and clamp your cable. And then we want to turn them around here where you don't see this. Release the brake down till you get this to where the barrel and cable will slide out. Then take your little clamp off. And then there's this other little weird clamp that goes here. It's a little spring clamp. That goes under the hood on the firewall. That holds the housing. But we've got that already out, so there we go. Now, alright, so for starters, this is goes with the cab, actually. So for now, we're not going to cut the fender wells and do all that crap. Right now, I want to get her back to running. So we're going to throw that back together right there. Hook up the wires here. Although what we have here is the canister that's still attached to the truck. So rather than changing all those, the easy thing here to do, can y'all see anything? The easy thing here to do is just change out the canister. Easy, he says. Yeah, there we go. So we just want to pop that off and slap in the one that's still hooked up. There we go. Just like that. Now there's 3 bolts holds this little bracket in here. I'll get to them in a minute. I do have a new brake master cylinder. I may slap this one back on there because the brakes are functioning right now. And until I have some help to bleed them and all that stuff, I may just throw that one back on there to get me some brakes working. Also, that's a good way to get all my lines sorted and all that good stuff. So, let's see. Speaking of it, let's do it. Alright. Get y'all back to looking back at the brake booster here. Alright, so we want to move those lines there. These lines. Here, and then we want to get our plug wire back out of the way. That one will bolt down there, and this will just get right back on there like that. And like I said, this is going to be kind of temporary because I do have a new brake booster, so I'll be installing that soon. But for right now, this one's hooked up, the brakes are working, so this will give me my foot brake back like immediately. So the next thing we need is steering. Okay, so I did manage to get this line under here, but now I got to get all these pulled up. Like this one, that's the clutch. That one will come up. Alright, that hooks to a solid bracket. And we got one here that's to a rubber bracket, rubber hose. And I've sort of got the bracket piece I cut off of the other truck with it, and it's giving me a hard time right now. I may have to take that loose. I don't know. Trying to get everything to come back up through here. That's the one attached to that. The other one is the one with curlicue in it that's trying to go out the wrong way. There we go. So that one there needs to come up. We gotta fish him through everything here. Let me back y'all off a little bit. Got y'all down in that corner, you ain't gonna see nothing. So we gotta fish them through the maze of hoses and whatnot. Okay. So right now we have 2 throttle cables. I'm not for sure which one I'm going to use. May use the one that's still attached to the motor. Because the other one, if I go to use it, I'll have to take it loose out here and adjust that and all that stuff. Whereas this one, I'll pop it back in there, 2 bolts, snap it in place. So I think I'll do that. Okay, I'm going to get these cables, or steel lines up here, and try and get them shaped back where they need to go. Alright, and then I got our clutch master cylinder that goes over there, and I need to take that cable off out of the way for the throttle so that I'll quit fighting with that one. Let's leave the extension. Now I will have to go inside and disconnect it in there. I'll come back in a minute. This will simply plot black in place here. Or will it? You know, I did have a hard time getting the one off of the blue cab here. Ah, there we go. Now this is the one from the white truck, well, this truck, this chassis, and it is functioning, was functioning, didn't have to do anything to it, amazingly. So now we just need to, let's see, slap a couple bolts on it, but I think I should find some cleaner ones than that, maybe. That's probably the one off of it though. And then, so get the nuts on that. The big thing is going to be the steering column. Hang the top part, and hopefully I can still get the other. So I'm just going to kind of start some bolts in this. Maybe, where's the bolt hole? There it is. Alright, here's one for that. And then you get one on the other side. Because I may have to take these back out. Alright, now let me look again. Okay, so I had a hold up on my truck, it wouldn't crank. Had to wait on a new distributor cap to come in. Ended up being ignition module, swapped the distributor out. Finally got it running again, so like a week later, now I'm ready to set the bed. Back up! What? Back up! Alright? Set it down, we gotta tie that so that tape slides. We gotta keep it stiff. Let it come back to you. Oh, you gonna tie the loose end around it? Yeah. Okay. You gotta keep
sliding because it.
Yeah, I seen it.
All right, now.
Alright, so obviously I put the front end back on the truck, changed out the broken headlight and the other headlights. They're sort of working. I seem to have a short, but I don't have half my grounds connected properly, so there's probably a reason for that. So it does have front end, it has a bed, so it looks like a truck again. So let me tell y'all a little bit. About the plan here is to get this truck roadworthy, and I just want to drive it. Yes, I want to paint it eventually, but right now I thought about throwing a quick paint job on it, but then it's going to be more work later. So I'll probably just get it together, get it roadworthy, and drive it, because I could kind of use the the extra ride right now. Sold my other four-wheel drive. Daily needs some attention, so anyway, I guess that's enough jabbering. So till next time, later.